G'day, mate.
Disclaimer.
Welcome back to Factorio with me and Will and Zuri and Mojo and Kraus, and we're going to chat about the GM8 event from the other week. So, your thoughts, Will?
Well, I'm going to say up front, I enjoyed it more than I was expecting to. Even so much so that I've done it again since then.
I've done it again as well.
You did it twice live. Yes. We've done it once for funsies.
Yeah.
But it was better than I was expecting it to be.
Good.
And better than the first one I participated in.
Well, the first one, you're only there for the first hour.
And a bit.
And a bit, yeah.
Yeah, but that one had massive, what do you call it? Not trolling, griefing, because it was an open game. This was much better with a... Yes.
Okay.
You know, it was blue team, red team, launched many rockets in 24 hours.
Yeah, and we won with just 10 times their score.
Yes, that one.
Literally 10 times their score. So, yes, I remember the first event. I enjoyed the first event. The second one, crap, I don't remember what the second one was.
I didn't participate in it. It passed me right by.
Did some things and stuff.
Yeah, we did some things and stuff, and I won. Oh, the second one. The second one was a pain in the ass. It was the Rampant AI mod.
That's the one.
With some other mod that kept crashing that doesn't work.
Rampant.
Was it Rampant or was it the other one?
Yeah, it was Rampant.
Okay, so it's Rampant AI.
It was the desinker.
Which doesn't work if biters are on islands, and the map they'd chosen had too much water, so it had islands. Along with, I don't know, something else and something else and something else. And it was build a rocket. And it took like 30 hours because of expensive recipes and everything else. And it was long and painful and not really what I'd call fun, to be honest. So you probably lucky...
Uranium coloured.
You're probably lucky you missed the second one.
So are you, actually. You're more uranium coloured than I am.
I'd have thought, though, this is the bad uranium going on science. Couldn't they have shared about half each?
They could, but if they're on two separate belts, you could take the bad uranium off the belt and turn it into uranium ammo somewhere up the bus where we're making ammo.
Okay, it was just a thought.
Yeah, it was a good thought. It was a thought that would have been pre-thought about.
Okay.
So, yeah. Event.
Yeah, so this one was good. It was, for me, it's the perfect amount of Factorio to go. It's not like a full speed run that's like 3 to 4 hours.
Yeah.
Although that would probably be my limit. If it was, first to launch a rocket, would be my absolute limit. This was like 2 to 3 hours, the perfect amount of Factorio for me to play in one go before I get fed up.
Yeah, it was. I have to admit, I didn't do it. Nobody saw that.
What'd you do?
Nothing.
God, he's breaking things.
No, a belt moved me, and mistakes happened, but they've been fixed. They never happened. So yeah, it was a short event, and I have to admit, I love the fact that it was really short. It was 3 hours or so,
and that makes it tense as well because it becomes close.
Yes. And yeah, when they're originally talking about doing they were talking about doing a 5-cost multiplier, and I looked at it.
Too much, I think.
And I'm like, oh, that looks painful. That looks like it's going to take hours and hours and hours. And then after I got the blueprint and everything else, and actually had a chance to chat to a couple of members of my community, they're like, oh no, this is really actually not that hard. And I'm like, yeah, you've got a point. It's really not that hard, but I'm still glad we're not doing expensive recipes. We're just going to jump in and rush through it. And yeah. So it was a good little event.
Yeah. I dislike the placing a blueprint. I think a scenario with a box with a tick list that just auto wins the scenario when you've completed the tick list would have been better. But I get why they did a blueprint so they could put their name down.
That
And have it say GM8.
and they're not a Mojo or a Muppet or any person of that skill where they can actually go and make their own scenarios. I think it's the other thing. Well, they haven't got that far yet.
Unless you get someone to do it. I don't know how it works. You just pester someone that does. And you keep pestering them until they do it. Until it happens, yeah.
Alright, nuclear science is done. Yeah,
Done.
go away. Yeah, I don't know. I'd love to see more scenarios out of them, right? And more short scenarios. But I don't know whether it'll happen.
Will, you caused a big deadlock.
What did Will do?
What have I done?
There's a train trying to go to Iron 01. And Iron 01...
Well, you didn't say deconstruct nothing about no train. You said kill the outpost is dead. You never said nothing about no train.
But
It's your job to reschedule the train to a different outpost.
to be honest, I thought I did.
There you go then.
Don't even know where this train is, but yep, okay. Oh, wooden power poles, go away. Do we have a grand wood burner?
No.
Because we don't have requested chests. Okay.
Yes.
Or does the deconstructing class does the paperwork? Yeah, exactly, the paperwork.
Actually.
Why
Tanks! Tanks!
Since you're on a roll with science packs.
Oh, you want me to make the next science pack? Thanks. I guess I could do that. So that needs a
You
tank
gotta
and a
get
cannon shell.
more oil as well if you didn't want to do that.
No. No, I want to drive a tank.
I'll be the gunner.
Steel, plastic, and
That worked
explosives.
out well
Sure. Steel gear circuits. Oh crap! I ran too far. Yeah, I'm really hoping they do more short events like they did before, because that was.
Yeah. I think the time needs to be addressed, because going later is always going to give you an advantage.
Yes, I agree.
So I think that it needs to be the same time, and I don't think they should give you the blueprint or whatever you've got to do up front. They just give you an estimate of what it's going to take and how many people you need, and then just drop you in.
That's what I request as well. I'm like, I just want to know roughly what's in the blueprint. I don't need an exact picture. I just need to know. Okay, it's got some blue belts, some assembler 3s, some nuclear reactors, some centrifuges, some stone paths, and this, and just give a general outline, not even numbers, just a general outline. So that lets me gauge how many people basically I need to bring along, right? And roughly what we need to aim for.
They set the player limit, though, didn't they?
They did set the player limit for this one. This was the first one that they've set a player limit for.
Yeah. So if they should either set a player limit or just say, have as many as you want, and you just round up, all of chat. But if they want to set a limit, then fine, that's your number. Obviously, they say when, what time it is. And I don't think they should even tell you a list of items involved, or maybe it's if they just said just the name of it, give it a name, which sort of gives a bit of a hint, but doesn't really tell you. Just so you can't do prep work, because it was a lot more fun. Not if you don't, it lands and you're like, oh god, we got to build this right, and you got to think on your feet.
Yeah, look, I agree. I agree, and I like the building on my feet part. But the biggest thing is, I want to have some idea of, not even direction, of length of the event, because originally it was.
Well, they should estimate it.
Well, their estimations are way wrong. Like, every single time they've estimated how long an event's going to be. The first one was a set 48 hours, right? That was just bang, it's most rockets in 48 hours, and we did 2,000 and something. Speed run that, bastards. So, the second event, they estimated a week, and we did it in 36, 32 hours or something. And that's always the problem. Whatever they estimate, we've done it way faster. Like, even with the rocket one, they estimated we'd do maybe 1,000 rockets tops, more likely 500. The other team did 200 and something, and we did 500. We did 2,000. Right. So we blew their estimate out of the water, and the other team didn't have enough players, but also, didn't do that great. But got halfway towards their estimate. So, yeah.
Yeah, and this one, Xterminator told me prepare for 4 to 6 hours, and we did it in 3 hours.
Yeah. Yeah, because that's the estimate they were going off. They were going 6 hours or less.
But then something like that, I guess, is fine. Isn't it? 6 hours or less. So you plan for 6 hours, and then it's less. So
yeah.
I heard that, if they say it's, this is a bad one, you probably won't do it in one sitting, get revolving teams or whatever, and you're like, oh, it's just, it's a bad one. Or if they say, 8 hours. So put race to a rocket type thing, or...
Look, yeah, it like I said, it really comes down to, future events obviously need more planning, and I don't mind. I don't mind the idea of the 2 time slots. I'm sort of a bit in favour of it. Yes, I do agree. Some rules and clarifications might have to be made in regards to, how many teams people can or cannot join in how many different time slots.
Same player can't play twice.
And lose twice, I might add.
Yeah, lose twice, but that's fine. I had fun twice.
That's impressive.
It is impressive. I had fun. I really enjoyed the event, and for me, that's the bottom line. I really don't care if I win or lose. I don't care about the jacket. I really enjoyed it.
Becomes more of a big deal because this is the first time they actually threw money and actual prizes behind it.
Yeah, the first time there were free servers for 2 years or something. The second one was a really big discount code, but I don't need a discount code for their servers. I've already got servers. So yeah, this was the first time when there was, you're right, a real prize with some real money, with some actual value to it. Which means I should have tried harder, and I didn't. But I had fun.
Did you have fun, Mojo?
It was possible.
Would you like some smart Corvex process blueprints?
You can make Corvex with just some belts now. With some filtered belts.
No, I included automatic counting so it doesn't overfill for the first run.
Yeah, I also had the flu. I just let it overcount on the answer if it'll get there eventually. It's like all things in Factorio. Set it up and walk away and it'll get there. But I won't say no to some smart Corvex. Yeah, I had the flu.
Got a wall around it to keep me away from it.
I had the flu during the event, which was probably the worst part of it. I felt like crap. And 12 hours later, surprisingly, I felt a lot better.
Better enough to do it again.
Yeah. Yeah, pretty much. Better enough to do it again and then have Drunk Eden pop in a chat. Very, very drunk Eden.
Yeah, he popped into our run. Didn't stay for long though.
Yeah, they pop in and out. Who was the one that was the Gen 2? Gen 2 with the really loud keyboard. That got annoying. real
No,
quick.
never spoke to him. I only spoke to Eden.
Gen 2 was in and out, and he was also running all the commands for Kyle. The Kyle command was automated, but the JD command was not automated. It should be automated next event.
Why do you gotta kill my steel?
Eden asked if I wanted that, and I
Does
was
it run
like,
out?
no,
With the old
I'm good.
steel, I intentionally shut it off. Should I not have?
It was still
Correct.
running stuff.
What was it running?
I don't know, but there was not backed up, so they thought it was running something.
It was going to our main bus and doing nothing else. So why run it?
To get rid of the
supply
iron.
so I can pick it up easier.
Bots.
Do they deliver?
It's, I think, maybe.
Okay, I'm going to shut down some of the old copper. Because...
I think the old copper's needed for batteries, so you might have to
Yeah,
do
just
something.
I'm going to shut down 3 of the 4. Like, disconnect the input. The output will take ages to clear. Actually, if I disconnect that one and that one. And I'll put that back, and I'll put that back, and I'll put that back. Yeah, that'll take like 5,000 years to clear, but that's okay. Belt.
Always.
Yeah, so I rounded up myself and 7 guys on Sunday night. GM8 thing. We did it in just over 2 hours.
Oh, that's that. Yeah, for your
Knocks an hour off our time.
Yeah, the rerun. Yeah. I don't know. See, I did the event once, and then I did the event a second time, and then I actually had a chance to watch your first run.
Mm-hmm.
And then I got to catch the tail end of your second run. 7.5 people, yeah, because Exterminator went for food for all of it, pretty much. As always. Which is funny, because I remember all the series in the past, he used to have dinner delivered and eat. Yeah. Eat whilst at the PC, and we'd all get to hear whatever he's chosen to have delivered tonight. Where'd all the kids go?
Because he doesn't believe in muting microphones.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, they got a hardware mute button for a reason. Anyway, yeah, I enjoyed the first event. I would be happy to do it again. From watching your first run, second run, and now your first run and second run, I'm doing mine twice. I've worked out where I can cut more room off my times. I don't know if that'll actually get me down to the times that you guys are getting to. Purely because, yeah.
Gotta mine more.
Will's got a very, very carefully laid out. I think it covers just about everything blueprint. As long as it's built in the correct order, I don't think you can get it faster.
Oh, I can. That was horrific. Our second one, I can knock half an hour off it, I reckon.
Yeah,
Our early game was horrible.
half hour. That's all I expect you can actually knock off. Half hour. That's it.
Yeah. If we can get to 1.5, if we can get it down to an hour and a half, I'll be happy. Yeah.
Where should I put some nuclear power then?
Wherever you want.
Just off the coal power, maybe?
Okay.
You might want to wait for me to clear up those nests, though. I keep almost getting around to it.
Yeah.
Change the light bulb yet?
Yeah, eventually I get those enough repair packs, bots, and lasers to do it automatically.
Alright, so I need plastics and explosives now, which I bet neither of them are on the bus. So we ain't even in making explosives.
We need oil.
No, I was told to set up
the
the science
to-do list.
Community challenge: JD versus Will for bragging rights. Oh damn! I
So if you want to go up to like Turkey or whatever it is, where that big puddle of oil is, yeah, it's actually in Switzerland or Italy, whatever the hell that is, or Monaco.
We've
I don't
got
know.
2,000.
Somewhere in continental Europe.
Okay.
If you want to go up there and get it, JD, then you'd have explosives.
No, I wouldn't. I still wouldn't have an explosive built.
Man, that is a big patch all the way up there.
Or you could go over to South America, liberate it, and get oil over there.
But this all sounds horrible. I'm just going to build a
Because
build.
nuclear isn't working on account of lack of acid because of lack of oil.
Why are we making solid fuel still?
Because we're using it.
We're using a lot of it.
Yeah, we absolutely need that solid fuel. Do not disable that.
Is there not more coal?
We could save a lot of solid fuel if we stopped burning the steam engines every night.
I got 50, 60 fuel cells. See what I can do.
You can always stamp down more solar fuels.
We don't have a solar build. I mean, I guess I can.
Yes, we do.
We do. You keep
We
stamping.
have an actual one now, not just the science one.
I don't know, but it's not flashing saying we're missing
Hello,
stuff,
train.
so keep stamping.
I can't actually stamp. There's not a big enough radar area.
Well, run up there then. Bye, bots. Alright, so, no, I want some of those, because I need to make explosives.
Yes, I'm planning to completely redo the blueprint. I'm just going to wipe it and start again because I'm not happy with it. I was quite tired when I made the blueprint. I made some noobish errors.
Yeah, I think you were missing a whole something.
The oil build was a disaster. It needs to include cracking. What else went wrong? The red circuit build was pitiful. The battery build needs to be doubled.
See, we didn't
Oh yeah,
have...
don't I get a cut of the first win?
Yeah, definitely. I agree. And there was silence.
No concrete. Yeah, I didn't include concrete because I'd never seen the concrete build. The concrete just appeared, so I never planned for that in the build.
Hey JD, can you do me a favor? Craft a radar and give it to the bots in any way you see fit.
You know I'm crafting green circuits here.
I'm sorry.
You should be.
Anyone who's in base, just craft a single radar and give it to the bots.
How about 10? Will 10 work?
That's more than sufficient.
Right now, where are the bots?
They're in your
all the
trash
way-
slots.
Yeah, all the way back up to the orange field. I'll get to killing those biters eventually.
I'm gonna try to make and
It's
get us
done,
our
Zuri.
local.
You know, don't get me wrong. They took it straight to storage. They didn't do anything you wanted with it.
They were supposed to take it over to the solar belt so I can stamp again from remote outpost.
It's a bad blueprint. It doesn't have a radar built into it. Okay, so that gives me explosives. Yay! I have explosives. Where the hell... I guess it can go on that part of the bus. sure.
Hey there, RCD.
Some intense tapping going on there.
Oh, Discord.
City, our map got bigger for you. We're at 900,000 tiles from spawn.
I'm sure he's thanking you for it.
Uh-huh. You know, and we're very glad to hear that the dying too far from spawn gives lag bug has been fixed.
I hope you guys don't plan on smelting anything anytime soon.
Why's that?
What did Kraus break?
I didn't break anything.
Is it the lack of copper? Is it finally catching up?
Oh, just our power system's eating all of the burnables. Period.
Oh.
And it's going to slowly shut down all of the smelting.
Currently I'm just working on a blueprint, but I think I might warm this up.
I stamped on a solar build because we had 200 some panels ready to go, so hopefully that'll help us a bit. And the great bot migration has begun.
Yeah. Well, at least we got one bot speed improvement.
No, bots that run at the same speed as wet hairdryers. Awesome.
I've got one speed bonus research.
Tried to put one down as well. It's good times.
You know, one day they'll place that radar down so it can actually see. One day.
You should have just run over there.
I'm in the other side of the map. I can't just run over there.
Yeah, you can. Well, it's taken 5 years, but you can. You know you can.
I'm not going to. How about that?
We believe.
Okay.
Wait, they don't place it in unrevealed?
Nope.
Correct, Zuri.
What do you mean?
They haven't done that since our seeding changed the code. Okay, maybe not our seeding.
You can't place. You can't ghost in
if you can't see it, you can't ghost it.
Yes.
Magic.
Stupid update. Yet, funnily enough, and I'm not going to say this whilst the devs here in case they change it. If I take an item that I physically have on me and then go over to a blackness, and then, like, if I was streaming, you could hear, but I can physically place stuff in the blackness from my inventory as a ghost blueprint. So it's only half fixed. Kraus, bye-bye.
That's probably a bug, and there is a dev in the game chat.
Yeah, I know. I know. It's not a useful bug, so who cares? Oh, crap.
I added another uranium mine to the uranium outpost, another whole patch, but it didn't help because there's no acid to run the existing one.
I was going to say, it's probably not going to do anything.
Coal would help.
Oil would help.
Coal would help, because that way we're not burning on solid fuel to... Yeah.
Oil would help, because then we have oil.
Prod modulating all the oil build. Bad for power, but might get some more oil.
What the... There's a lot of biters between us and the next anything.
I'm working on it. Thank you.
Everyone congratulated AT&T for being the worst internet company ever.
I'm sure it's a very closely held competition.
Yeah, with mine. And mine keeps cutting out on Discord and it's dropped 5,000 frames on OBS. I get 2 to 3 times more latency on Factorio. I can't join 50% of servers. I can't host a Factorio game.
Hang on. Is this the magical 4G one?
Yes.
How much better is it than your old DSL, though?
It's not.
Well, in stability, it's awful. In performance, it's like
almost awful.
It's like 10 times the download and about 8 times the upload.
So what's happened is your ISP's looked at your data usage and gone, well, that
they really don't care.
That tower suddenly needs to, have less signal, and more problems. And
I don't know. I still got 4 bars of signal.
Seriously, they don't care. I would be surprised if they actually cared.
No, they really don't. The acceptable use policies is normally there just so they have an excuse to kick everybody should they ever need to.
Yeah, but this contract specifically doesn't have a usage limit, and the fair usage policy does not apply. And in the small print, it even said the fair usage policy on other policies does not apply on this one. So,
oh yeah,
I specifically
bars mean nothing.
I specifically checked the point, and I was like, I'm going to use a lot of data.
Okay, so I can get crap to there.
Hey, water cat, how you doing?
Okay, so now I just need plastic. What are they chewing at? Oh, Zuri's arguing about us.
Liberating. It's bringing freedom.
Uh-huh.
Can you run 2 4G plans and have one for OBS and one for the other games? I could, but I don't think that would help me. Because the reason I was using the landline still for the Discord and the game was for the stability, because it didn't need, other than the initial download of the Factorio map, a lot of bandwidth. But I did some tests and that using just the 4G, and it seemed okay at the time. So I went ahead and cancelled the landline because that was £60 a month.
Which is actually a lot of money for not a lot of service.
That's why I canned them, because this is £25 a month for the 4G. So I was like, well, if I can run everything off the 4G, that's fantastic.
Yeah, and notice just after you cancelled it, things start playing up.
Well, yeah, but I had the backup plan because I can still get another landline, just a landline internet, but they're a lot more expensive than I budgeted for. Granted, it'd be like 17 is about the cheapest one I can find, which is still a lot less than the 60, but then that's still 17 and 25, which is still less than the 60. So I was hoping that we can find a hack or way around it, but Discord seems to be cutting off for me every few minutes.
Oh,
OBS
really?
is heavy. Yeah, I keep not hearing you guys. I can see your green bars moving, lighting up, but I don't hear nothing. So I wait for you guys to go quiet. And it's like, oh, and I look across to Discord.
Are you sure the Discord issue is because of your internet, or could it just be Discord being Discord?
Well, I've used Discord for like 2 years now, and I've never had a problem with it, other than like twice. And they put out on Twitter that they had a problem, and it was back within like minutes. And now all of a sudden, I keep having problems with it. It keeps going yellow on the voice connected thing.
Well, see, it's actually green for me today, which pretty much never happens on your server.
Yeah, it's back to normal for me. It's yellow. It's always yellow for me. Not that it really means anything.
If it's green, I don't have the voice dropouts. If it's yellow, no guarantees.
I live in perpetual yellow, basically.
Pretty much, because you're pretty close to where the Discord server is. It's US Central.
It's because my internet's garbage.
Ah,
Okay, somebody else can yell at me about this later, and then they can come fix it.
if you used a VPN or Hamachi to share someone's normal internet, you could get on Factorio servers easier, at least.
Same problem as before.
But then I still have to connect to that somebody else, don't I?
Yes.
Okay.
We're actually getting power by nuclear? This is amazing.
Yeah.
It's all 3 types of power on the go then. That's quite rare.
I'm surprised the, what? Oh, I think I know why. I might have, oh, yeah.
What'd you do?
The substations I placed are too close to the steam engines.
Did you mess up my power switch?
I didn't so much defeat the power switch as I put it a bit too close. The substation's so close, so their coverage covers the steam engines, so they run regardless.
Okay, that sounds like a MojoD problem.
Pretty much.
Cool.
I'm sure you'll figure it out.
I made a new science. And it runs.
Post office best deal. Yeah, Lucas, that's exactly what I got from when I looked at which comparison site, and I also looked on was it comparethemeerkat.com.
Compare the meerkat, okay.
It's actually compare the market, but they use meerkats as their face for TV adverts.
Okay.
So it became a thing that was like everyone thought it was comparethemeerkat.com. And then they had to run a separate advertising campaign telling everyone it's actually comparethemarket.com. So everyone now knows it's Compare the Market. But as a joke, we call it Compare the Meerkat.
Pretty sure
like
very
people
simple.
thinking, Gecko is actually Gecko.
Yeah.
It was actually Mr. Krause who broke the power switch.
How did I break? I haven't been down there in forever. How did I break it?
You broke it that long ago.
There was a big power pole with your name on it right next to the power switch, bypassing it.
Okay, well, that's very possible. It could have been me. I don't know how I can dispute that.
Stolen identity.
You can break any build anywhere on the map just by hitting M and shift clicking.
I want to try that now.
Please don't.
Okay, bots, I need stuff, please. More stuff. More stuff, faster stuff.
Yeah, that's what I did.
Comparethemeerkat.com. Okay. See, now I'm curious whether it actually goes to a webpage.
It does.
Is it theirs?
Yeah, and then eventually it leads you to the... They've basically got comparethemeerkat.com, so if you do it wrong, you'll end up at them anyway.
And I've got some
See you later, Lucas.
Random science packs in my inventory.
Oh dear.
The smelting's starting to shut down from the fuel issue.
It's fine. I'm at the other end using resources as fast as possible.
I only had something like functioning oil base.
I'm working on getting you more crude. I just need steel.
Actually, where is it all going?
Solid fuel and petroleum.
Oh, plastic is eating all the coal. That's why.
Oh, cool, because I just added more. That was the objective we were looking for, right?
Right.
Okay, there.
Yeah.
So
When you've been used to playing Factorio on like 11 ticks latency, being at 30 and 40 is pretty horrific.
I wish I could be at 11 ticks.
This is what we're used to, Will.
Nah, I can't do it. I can't mine the same item 3 times. It just breaks me.
You just got to hold down the button for longer. You got to get used to that.
Yeah, and you got to get used to, exactly how long it takes to actually mine a tree. It's not quite as long as you think it is. It's just fractionally longer.
Also get used to combat like that.
No, I can't do it. I just...
You're spoilt. You're spoilt.
Mm-hmm.
So,
how big do you want the oil trains?
Massive.
111 or 121? Does it not matter?
1532 something.
A little bit optimistic.
Don't ask me.
121 it is.
Each wagon's 25k oil.
Yeah, well, how's the ships going? They're not. I haven't touched too many problems at home. Too little enthusiasm for the map.
Okay, I made another science pack. Is there another science pack on the horizon?
So we're short on coal, right? So we're short on coal and burnables, yeah?
Yes.
But then there's an outpost here. JD, you're stood right by the input. But it's barely moving.
I know. I don't know why. Because
Surely
it just dead ends at
we
the
need
end of the
burnables.
bus. That is coal that goes on the bus and comes down at the end of the bus and just stops hard dead at the bottom.
But I've got an idea. I'm just going to throw this out here.
Hook it up to something.
Sounds like a good idea. Sounds like we've got a volunteer.
Yeah.
I'm on it.
I was actually thinking of JD Plays as a volunteer.
After ending the episode. So thank you guys for watching. Do hope you enjoyed. And we'll maybe have some fuel in the next episode. All right.